Guys, X back again with finally the video, and this time Merry Christmas to you. I know Christmas is over if you see this video for fucking 5 days. I'm a bit late, but I made a video, made a deck profile at Christmas or one day after Christmas, because at Christmas I have to cast that. And yeah, the problem there was I just had the cards, and yeah, so the second is I made a video when I had the cards and this file got corrupted, so I'm really sorry. And yeah, but let's get right into the video, and this is finally the Kozmo deck. I'm pretty excited to show you all. This awesome deck is a lot of fun, and yeah, so let's get right into the video. So first, you play 3 copies of the best card and my favorite card in the whole deck, the Kozmo Tin Can. This card searches every Kozmo card into your whole deck. It sends it to a graveyard, and as you all know, this is the Demise version, so this deck you're playing cards that interrupts you from special summoning, but that's not that bad in this deck, because in this deck you then just sing a little back row and then it's good. So Kozmo Demise, this card can special summon your monster in your opponent's turn. You can search 3 cards from your deck, 2 is sent to graveyard, 1 is sent to your hand. And this is just so awesome. This card is so amazing. It is like the best pilot in that, and you have played on 3. So next, you play then 2 copies of the Farm Girl. With this card you make an awesome combo, because if you attack with this monster your opponent directly, you can search out any Kozmo card into your deck. And then imagine you've got Dark Destroy and Farm Girl. Attack. Effect from Kozmo Farm Girl, you can search out, you can special summon, and then you can even attack with that monster again, so this is super good. It's a okay beat stick. It's level 3, so I can go into Dante, which I don't have, but next Friday I'll get myself one. And yeah, so for the Farm Girl on 2, on 3, I bricked on it, so just on 2. So now 1 Evil Wicked Witch, and this card is okay to defend your monsters, and yeah, so it's okay pilot, it's a good beat stick. I think that's why I'm playing this card on 1. I think a couple of people don't play the card, but I would play the card at least on 1. So 1 Wicked Witch, and yeah, it's an alert target, so not that bad. Then 1 Saw Troopers. This card is, in my opinion, super good, because I'm sure it got the pilot effect. It's level 3, so you can make a Dante, and you can play 1000, and then you can special summon 1 Psymos from a graveyard, which is super good, because you can special summon every pilot from a graveyard, and the Dark Lady, which is super good. And yeah, so 1 copy of the Saw Troopers. On 2 or 3 you would break. So now the Dark Lady, 2 copies. Because this card can just, you pay 1000, negate a monster effect, and destroy it. Super good. And it's pilot, so nah, it's not that good, but starting so it's a good target for the allure. And yeah, it's a good beat stick, pretty easy summon, and yeah. So 2 copies of the Wicked Witch. Now, to the boss monster, you play 1 Dark Destroyer. For sure, you would play it on 3, but it's on 1, so just 1 Dark Destroyer. You just want to get the card out, because it'll crush, and yeah. So, you have to play it on 1. So, next, 1 Dark Eclipse, really good. You can play this card on 2, but I had space problems, and yeah, so this is not a 40 card deck. You play it a bit over 40 cards, but that's really not that bad in the deck. So 1 Dark Eclipse, banish 1 monster, 1 Kozmo from a deck, so you can recycle it, and then you can get a trap, and super good. Yeah, just good. Then 1 Forerunner. This card gives you 1000 life force every few stamp phase. Okay, but not so good. But it's a good beat stick, and yeah, so 1 of these. So then 1 Landwalker. This card is not that good either, but it's really kind, and it's not really kind, it's okay, and you can defend your own monsters. So if you run to a Rageki while this card is on the field, and your opponent pops for Rageki while you have a Landwalker on the field, and he's so stupid, then you can just destroy this card, and then you're safe. Now, the best, my favorite card in the deck, are my favorite monster in the deck. Oh, this is miscut, pretty nice. The only rare, lonely slip out of there. The Slip Rider is so good against Pendulums because if this gets normal summon, you can crush, normal special summon, you can crush one Spell Trap card on the field. Super, super amazing. Infinity, Light Machine level 5, so this is insane good to make Infinity, so 3 of these, pretty insanely good. Now, to the Spawn Traps. Play 1 Fool's Burial. This is super good to get any card you want out of your deck into the graveyard. So this card is awesome. With this card you'll just send everything you want from your deck to the graveyard. So one of the Foolish. And then you play 3 copies of Kozmo Talent. This is with the card. Wait, which card? With the let's see. The only card I don't have 3 times the Kozmo Time because with this card will just recycle the shit out to your deck. So the awesome thing about this with this card is you can target one of your banished Kozmo monsters. You return it to the hand. You get damage equal the level of the monster 100. So you get back a tin can, for example, 100 damage. You deck box source, so 800 damage. So there's really no damage, and yeah, so 3 copies of the Kozmo Town. Now, 1 for 1 is super good. You just want to see the tin can out, so 1 for 1. You can even dump, so pretty good. And then 1 Italy will just want to see the tin can or Satraps even. So you can, with Italy, you can even bring up more monsters in the Kozmo deck. So pretty good card. So 1 for a good reason. And yeah, so 1 Italy. Now, yeah, that was card. I've just got 2 times the Allure of Darkness. I wanted to buy a 3rd one, but my budget was like, with just 120, I went 129, so okay, but Allure, no. So, 3 copies of the Allure, like super good because you can, the chance is real high that you've got, what's going on there? That you've got Darkness monster in your hand, so 3 copies of Allure of Darkness, one of the best draw cards in the deck. Now play 2 copies of Duality. I bricked on 3, I tried 3 because it's just so good, but 2 copies of the Pop Duality. With this card you can even search more. I think it would be a bit cool in this deck if the card would be sent to graveyard, but at the end of the day it would be better if the cards are just sent back into the deck. And yeah, so 2 copies of Duality. This is just the power where you dig through the deck. And now the best card in the deck, 3 copies of Card of the Mice. This card is awesome. With this card you dig through a fucking whole deck. With this card you draw into everything you need. And yeah, so this is like so good. I won so often just with this card. And yeah, so activate Card of the Mice, drew into Cosmoju, Solemn Strike, and Boneless Sword Set. Put him bone, couldn't do anything, then I'll educate him the next turn. So pretty good. 3 copies of Card of the Mice. Sure, why wouldn't you play even 1 copy in the Mice deck? So then 2 copies of Oasis of Dragon Souls Spirit. Because this card, I would play this card free, but the problem is it can interrupt your Infinity play, so because it makes your monsters to type Worm, so it's not that good. That was the same problem. I played and then I wanted to go Infinity, but I got my Slip Rider with it, and then I couldn't make an Infinity, so just 2 on it with this card. Then the card that carries your deck, Call of the Hunted. This card brings every card back you need from your graveyard, and the cool thing is the Kozmo big ships has the effect. This card is almost special, some of the effects get triggered even in turn of your opponent, so you just shoot on your opponent with everything got, and this is pretty nice. So now 2 copies of Solemn Strike. Finally I've got 2 Solemn Strikes. I'm so proud of this card because I can't just go out and buy a lot of Solemn Strikes, so I have got 2 Solemn Strikes, pretty awesome. Finally I've got 2 awesome, and yeah, so 2 copies of Solemn Strike. This card is like one of the biggest cards you have to play in the deck, so the 3rd one by the way is set in. Sure, I've just got 2 because the 3rd one was just too expensive. So then 1 warning, and yeah, then 3 copies of Kozmo. This card is like so awesome. Some people play this card too because they said they bricked on it, but I don't know why I should brick on a Kozmo really. Kozmo just so good. With this card you'll just go over monster your opponent needs because this card does not target, but it's so awesome. And yeah, so this card is just insane. With this card you'll just make your opponent's monsters go flying, and yeah, super awesome. Kozmo odd 3. And now we play 1 bottomless, 1 flooding, and another flooding. So these are just your floodgates to go over your opponent's monsters and like interrupt him from doing shit. So pretty good. The main, that was the more than 40 cards main. And yeah, let's get to the extra deck. The extra deck is still not finished because the extra deck is so insanely expensive all the time. So double infinity, and for sure double nova. Awesome. These both cards will just win the game if you cut them out. And 1 was solar, 1 was Paladin. Awesome. With this card, it can be still the game. With this card, you can just go over what your opponent needs, and yeah, so really good. And yeah, so more you would play infinity, more you would play infinity for sure. I don't have infinity, so you would then play Dante. I'll get myself Dante as I said, and yeah. So guys, if you like this video and I finally got these cards that I need for every deck, I just need 1 Puff's Eyes to play it in the deck. So if you like the deck profile of the Kozmo deck, then leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and then ask me if I can do a hero deck profile with totally awesome and everything you want. So, and the joke, I'll make a hero deck profile on Friday, because I'll buy a hero deck, and yeah, but sorry, I won't have a totally awesome, because if I pull one, then I'll have totally awesome. If I don't, this deck profile will be without totally awesome, because I can't buy myself totally awesome. Really, totally awesome is just more expensive than a fucking Slump Strike, because Slump Strike sits at 25, 30, and totally at 50, so close to 2 Slump Strikes. So, guys, see you in the next video, and exo. Oh.